So today we're going to talk about dating a single mom. As you're going to be dating, looking for your wife, looking for the person you want to be with, you're probably going to notice that some women have a child, children, and a lot of y'all might be a little skeptical. Might be like, that's a lot of baggage, that's a lot of drama. Well, I'm here to give you some perspective, and also I'm here to give you some tools on what to look for as you're talking to her to see, would she be a good fit for your life? So just keep an open mind, okay? Don't discount it right away. Keep an open mind and hear me out. In case you wonder what I'm doing my nails. Let's talk at the same time. Okay, let's talk. Seeing a lot of the narrative on YouTube is how a single mom is a lot of baggage. And if you're a single mom watching this and everything like that, don't be discouraged. I'm sure if I had listened to some of the videos, I probably would be like thinking there's no chance for me. I had actually more success dating when I was a single mom than when I actually was a single person with no child. It was better for me because I was able to take it more seriously, and I find I was able to tell right away like who was the real ones or not. Let's talk to the men now. Let's talk to the men. Like I was mentioning, if you meet a woman that has a child or children, you'll be able to tell pretty quickly who you're dealing with if you just observe a little bit and ask a few questions. So let me jump straight into it. So number one, if her and her child's father are still very much entangled, you need to run away. Don't get involved. That's gonna be a lot of drama. That's dramatic. If she's still dealing with her baby dad, they're still very volatile, they're still fighting and everything like that, they're still talking all the time, or still dealing with each other romantically, don't deal with it. A simple sign that you want to see is just like a lot of boundaries. You do want for them to get along, because the more they get along, the better for the child. But you want to see some clear boundaries. You want to see that there's a schedule for pickup, drop off. They communicate very well and very like to the point for the child. If you want to see where she is emotionally when it comes to their breakup, just simply ask her, so tell me what happened with you and your son's dad. Like what happened? How come it didn't work out? If she starts like ranting and raving and starts like calling out his name, she's not over it. And you need to walk away from that, okay? Let her heal. Ideally, what you want to hear is, you know what, it didn't work out, but we co-parent well, and you know, we are making it work for the sake of the kids. Something like that. Anything too emotional, you may want to proceed with caution. It gets very messy when there's no boundary. And I dealt with that with myself. When I was single, I met this guy and he had like a bunch of kids. I don't know why I did that. He couldn't go a minute without ranting about her. And eventually I realized, okay, like I think they still have like something going on, and I had to exit the situation. Having children is a very, very heavy soul tie. Like when you have a child with somebody, emotionally, you're like bound together. Your son looks like the dad. Like literally, you look at your son, looks like the dad, and there's like love there. The thing is that you have to do the work to really disconnect from like the hope, the dreams, the promises that were made when you got together. So leave the woman alone if she hasn't done the work, okay? Number two, when you're a single parent, the government will shower you with money. The government will literally throw money at you, give you like tax cuts, some benefits, some subsidies, and it's very tempting to just stay single because you get all this free money. The woman that you meet is like living off the government. She has no like prospects. She's not like trying to work for herself. She's just literally just coasting off the government. That might be something that you want to reevaluate. Then you may want to ask more questions as to why, because some of these are very helpful. When the government like makes things a little cheaper for you, it's good because like daycare and everything like that. But if you have no job and you're doing nothing with your life and you're living off child support, then it's kind of like a indication of like her ambitions. So that's where, you know, that's what you want to look closely at too. Another thing you want to pay attention to is like how invested she is in like her children. Like how present is she with her parenting? Is she committed to like being a good mom? Because you'll see a lot of times some moms will just dump their kids at their mom's house or their family's house. And if she's like doing that because she needs to work or she needs to do something important, that's one thing. But if she's doing that because she can't handle it and everything, that's a bad sign. So what you want to see is you want to see that she has investment in the kids' education. She's helping them for homework, the reading, the math, the writing, the spelling. She's like has like some routine. They have a good bedtime routine. Her house is in order. They have a good system in the family. That's what you want to see. For me, I was a single mom of one child, so I can imagine if it was more than one, it could be hard. Emotional labor is real. Kids are a lot of work, require a lot of energy, but it's an investment. You want to be committed to the investment. So if the woman you're talking to is literally like has given up, she can't handle it, her kids are wandering around, don't do it. Don't do it. Let her handle it. If the woman you're talking to, you're asking her on dates, you're asking her to like make plans, and she's really prioritizing her kids. She's like, well, let me check with my kids, let me check the schedule. That's actually a good sign. But if she's like willing to drop her kids to anybody to spend time with you, that's not good. Okay, so let me think about more. Okay, I'm actually going off the top of my head. Don't be discouraged if a woman that has a child or children says she doesn't want more kids. Sometimes she's just saying that because she's remembering the traumatic experience having the kids she has with the child's father. It was a wrong match. Like, for example, for myself, my first child, my whole maternity leave in the first year was very, very stressful. I was doing it alone. And then now my second child, my husband's such a good father, and I feel like it's like easy. So I want more kids. Have that conversation as to why she doesn't want more kids, and trying to figure out, like, is it because of like the experience or because you're actually done? So just make sure you really clarify that. And as for the myths of like the drama when it comes to dating a single mom, you know what? I personally feel like it's easier dating a single mom than for a woman to date a single dad. And the reason why is because I feel like women are more territorial with their kids. They're more like gonna ask questions like, who's she? Like, she's gonna be more like asking questions. The dad's like hands off. As long as you're cool, you're a good person, and like they have like healthy boundaries, he's over her, he won't be giving you issues, okay? So like, don't be worrying about no drama. So those were side notes, but one last thing. So this is my own personal opinion, but you want to make sure that the girl you're talking to has like very good boundaries when it comes to the exposure of her adult personal time to like her children or her child. Because as a parent, there's certain things that you don't expose your kids to, like certain kind of music or conversations or just like certain things you do. The person you're talking to has no issues overexposing your kids to like her adult conversations, or doesn't mind who's around her kids, or like has like no boundaries when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's not a good sign as well. So all this to say is, if you meet a woman with kids, don't be dismissing her, because like I said, if you ask the right questions and observe how she lives her life, you'll see that she has her priorities straight. She is really taking her responsibilities very seriously. She knows how to cook, clean, take care of a whole house, balance a budget. She's taking care of a whole other human being. So all you gotta do now is just like get to know her, date, and then if everything goes well, the life has already been created. The whole like life has started. All you gotta do is just join in her life and start building together. Okay? So hopefully I sold you, and hopefully that you don't sleep on them single moms. So talk to you guys later. Bye.